Hello, my beautiful souls. Today, in this episode, we are going to talk about energies, how you are reacting around men. This is going to be a really interesting episode, so stay tuned and stay with me. I can just say that it's my third time trying to record this episode. I hope the divine wants me to do that, and I know that everything is in the divine timing, so now it's the right time for us to do this episode. So let's just dive in. So what I've been researching lately is how am I reacting around men, like which of my energies, my divine feminine, my divine masculine, am I reacting around them. So if you haven't listened to the last episode about divine feminine, that I'm talking a little bit about divine masculine, but more about divine feminine, of course, so you really should, because without this knowledge, this episode will be not really complete for you. So you can just stop right now and go to hear that and then come back. And if you already heard, amazing, I'm obsessed. And we are going to dive in. So what I've discovered lately, I'm going to talk about my weekend. In my weekend, I was tapping more into my divine feminine, and I've just really magnetized so many men. And it was really interesting because with one man I was really in my divine masculine. I needed to say my own compliments and know when I'm my divine feminine, you will compliment me. I'm not going to say my compliments and then expect you to say them, right? And that was a little bit fucked up. But I've realized that this is the energy that comes when I'm with him, because he is more in his divine feminine, so I'm balancing him in my divine masculine. And it was day after day after day that we met, and I've just realized that I would love to just establish that this is a friendship but nothing else. But also we met I wasn't going to dates with him. For me, when I discover from the first time that he's not balancing me, so I won't continue. Do you get me? I won't continue. So I just met this man in the gym a couple of times. We magnetize each other. I see everything as a lesson, as something that if it's in my my energy. So he came to give me gifts. Sometimes the gifts are not really pleasant, but they are still gifts. Sometimes they can come with pain, sometimes they can come with pleasure, because pain and pleasure is in the same place in our brain. So when I've understood that I'm more masculine than feminine with him, I've just realized that I don't really want this person in my life. And then I met another man. With him, I really wanted him to ask me out to a date, and one time I really thought that this is what he was doing, and eventually he was just asking what are my plans for today, which I see a lot of men asking those questions. Why are you asking me what are my plans today if my plan is not you? Okay, to be really honest, why are you asking me what are my plans today if you're not willing to ask me out? Are you afraid? What's going on? So don't ask me what are my plans today. Okay, all my men that listen to this podcast, please, if you want to ask me what are my plans today, please afterwards ask me on a date, because then you're just confusing me. So with him, I felt that he's also in his feminine, but also I was in my feminine. So it was a really interesting balance, because I felt the divine masculine, that he was listening to me and really giving me space to really be secure and really really relief and be safe. But also I felt that we were talking a lot of emotions, and when I've realized that he had a breakup with his girlfriend after 3 months, I've understood that his heart is still healing, and if something will happen, it will happen. Since then I haven't seen the man. And it's so interesting, because when the universe puts me in situation, I know I'm giving gifts and they will give me, and then sometimes the people just disappeared from my life. And this is the mind fuck, this is the illusion. This is why everything is a game, okay? I'm talking about that a lot. with another man I had. And what I want you to do right now, and I'm giving all those examples, is to start to really ask yourself, what woman am I when I'm around this man? Like, am I more in my divine masculine? Am I more in my divine feminine? Who the fuck am I? Alright, it's very important. So with another man, he was really in his divine masculine. For me, I was really in my divine feminine. It was really interesting because I felt that we are both extremes in that. Like, he was like really like a man, like a monkey man. And it was really interesting because he knew that I'm a sex teacher and coach and healer, and he was like really approaching me like very direct. And for me, it triggered a lot of things from my past, that men saw me as a tool, as a vessel to satisfy themselves and not me. But he was like doing that in the most gentle and childish way, and the way that we were talking about it, and I was sharing that triggered me. We were talking about it like we were just like talking of what coffee we like, and it was so amazing because for me it really an advanced conversation. And I've put like a mantra, a goal to myself to be myself around men, and the men that can handle that are just not in my level. And it's period, all right? It's like no conversation. Those are my standards. I've raised up my standards so high because I am a fucking queen and goddess. Of course I'm gonna raise up my standards. I'm not for everyone. I'm sorry, babe. I am amazing. I am divine. I am unique. I'm not for every man. And I always say this sentence: only a lioness will recognize a lion, and a lion will recognize a lioness. A lioness will never, hear me out, will never hook up with a monkey. If you are not a lioness yet, it means that you are on your way because you're listening to this podcast, okay? And you're now matching my vibration. And I'm letting people more and more see myself. I'm like a butterfly. I'm like feeling like a butterfly lately. That I am just letting people see who I am. I think I was hiding myself because I knew I'm so unique. And I just didn't want people to judge me. But right now I don't give a fuck. I'm just like really, really, really being myself more and more in Israel, in English, whatever. I'm just like being myself, and it makes me feel amazing because I have nothing to hide anymore. Like, this is who I am. I've been through some shit in so many areas in my life since I was really little. And now I'm receiving all my blessings and my gifts. So for you to hear this podcast and to hear what I'm saying right now, it's also, if it resonates, it's also a message for you. I have another example, and then I will leave you with a couple of questions for you. So another example was that I met a guy in the sauna, and he was sitting in my spot, and I was like, he's in my spot and he's so damn hot. Like, what I would do to this man. Okay. Oh my God. And also about that, as I said that not everyone are in my level, I am waiting for my king, because during all those years I've discovered my sexuality, and I've had so much experience with students, women, and also with men in private, and couples also in the beginning of my journey, that I've just collected so many things that I want to discover with my king, that when I was dating other men, I always kept those things for me and him, because I knew I would say that in like a positive mode. I knew that I want to experience the first time with my man, my boo. My lover, like my soulmate. I want that. This is why there are so many things I kept like for me, because when I give that to other men and then they are not my soulmate, I'm just like wasting my first time. And my first time in sexuality was fucked up, was painful. I didn't have any understanding of what is truly sexuality as I know today. And also I'm grateful because it made me who I am, a part of who I am, because I'm unique, like I'm the divine, I'm limitless. So I met this guy in the sauna and he was sitting in my spot. And I just felt that I'm okay with that. Like, you can get that, but that's okay, you came before me. And then we started to talk and I was like kidding with him. I was like, oh, you're sitting in my spot. And then after like maybe 1 minute or two, he was like, do you want this spot? And I just said yes immediately, because he made me feel like a queen. And for me, what I'm looking right now is to feel like I am myself and I evolve you by being me. Like, if you are in my presence, in my energy, you will evolve. You will ascend into another dimension. And I know that because I see how people react to me, how people see me when they really truly see me in physical. And I just see that. And if a man doesn't make me feel like a queen, doesn't make me feel like I'm just... And also, one person asked me, what is it for me to feel like a queen? For me to feel like a queen is to be myself, to be truly in my nature, to receive, to just know that my energy is divine, that I'm limitless, that I'm not even a D. A D is just like, a character. And also I have so many hats. I'm a D the friend, I'm a D the boss, I'm a D the lover, I'm a D that runs the day, I'm a D that is in a relationship with a D, I'm a D that... I have so many hats, alright? But eventually what I've realized more and more is that for me, what I want to be around my man, my soulmate, is to be a queen. I want to be a queen. And I don't need to prove anything to be this queen. I don't need to say, oh, look at my achievements. Who gives a fuck? My achievements are greater than most of people in my age today. And I guarantee that. But for me, with my man, I want to be in my nature, in my element. I want to feel aligned. I want to feel like Mars hit Venus in the most amazing way, and they blend each other and they just make love with each other, all right? I want to feel like two stars are meeting. And what I've been doing and what I am doing and what I'm doing also for my students, but I am doing that also right now more consciously to myself, is to be that star for myself, to be my superstar, so I can meet my superstar, so I can meet Mars as a Venus, as the goddess of love. So this episode turned out to be those things, and I'm so grateful because I feel so relieved and so nice to share those things. Because for me, when I'm speaking in English, I really feel that there is like another part of me that comes out, and I feel so blessed, and it's so like my natural self in so many ways. And it's like another character that comes into life, and I'm so grateful and blessed. And I want to leave you with two questions. The first question is, if you are in a relationship, like with a lover, who are you? Are you in your divine feminine or divine masculine? Are you connected to yourself? And if you're single, like me right now, when you meet men, what is the energy that comes out of you when you meet men? Do you like more of like improving and look who I am, or do you more like lying in yourself and feeling comfortable with yourself and just at peace and just like, wow, I'm amazing. Everyone that comes in my way, they are also amazing, and I know they are correct for me and they will give me gifts and I will give them. But with my man, I want to feel elevated and sensations that I've never felt before. And I've felt a lot of things in my life, but I've never felt true love. And I know that right now I've been working on true love inside of me. And what I've understood, that true love is the emerging of divine feminine, divine masculine, and healing of both things. And I was just channeling that the other day. I was like, oh damn babe, this is it. When you are so connected, the more you're connected, the more you do the work, you just really receive the higher knowledge that this universe can give you. Because the more you type into your divine union, the more you will receive a divine union. And I'm waiting, and I'm enjoying the wait. I am enjoying the wait. I'm just saying to myself, right now I'm single, and I'm gonna flirt with so many men, and they're going just to see me and just like drawn into me. And I see that when men see me, I know they see my aura, because men are like lions. They smell you, they see you. It's a vibration, and the more you're connected, the more you are shining from the inside, they will see it outside. And I'm beautiful, and I'm also beautiful in the inside. And this is for me such an amazing experience to be having before I meet my soulmate. And I'm just feeling so grateful. So I will leave you with these two questions. And I know that during this episode, when I'm saying those examples, you also start to think, because I believe that only when you integrate the higher and the ground, like the practical matter, the examples, and like the theory, only then the merge of those two, then and only then you can really live in this earth. Thank you for being in here. I love you, and I send you a lot of like divine, good, feminine energy and ecstatic energy. Bye.